Hello Saber enthusiasts, this is Packin. What I have with me today is a Saberforge Fallen. Now this is not just any Fallen Saber, this is the ASP Fallen Lightsaber. It is modeled after what you all know and love, Revan. Now take a look at this gorgeous hilt. It has a very nice brushed aluminum touch. Now, obtaining this was not easy. At first, I would think that, hey, once I get it, I'm going to be disappointed. But you won't. Here's why. Customer service at Saberforge have been very nice, very patient, lots of patience, and I thank you for Melissa for answering each of my questions. I know she has been answering a lot of my emails ever since I purchased this hilt since June 30th. Now this was done by a replacement. When I first purchased on the 30th, and I still have the two boxes, which I will be discarding in a bit. The first one was on the 27th of July when I received my first hilt, and on my other video when I was doing an unboxing for this, it was kind of a bit disappointing. I haven't really showed it yet, but I will do that including this video. So this one is the replacement one, and it wasn't until August of 11th of 2017 is when I finally received my replacement. Now, when you first order this ASP line, and you are like me, that you want to have sound and have a nice looking hilt, you want to make sure that you inspect it individually. So you inspect the hilt, and you also inspect the electronics separately. You do not want to put it together until everything is done. So right here off the bat, I noticed that this is one piece. This is no longer a plastic sled. There's no plastic that's holding this together. This is held by a PVC heat shrink tubing. Well, it's not really tubing, it's PVC heat shrink. It is not electrical tape. People, say that in the past that Saberforge's use of electrical tape. This is not electrical tape. This, again, is PVC heat shrink. And it holds a Crimson Sunboard version 2. Now, I opted for an AV switch, a circular lighted AV switch, and I wanted the white because it is a very neutral color. I don't want to go for red because what happens if I like to change to a different color? What if I want to change to a purple and then I have a red switch? I chose a lighter switch so that I know it's activated, and plus I can change any color without making any other color. The white is neutral, and I love it. And Revan is pretty much not like a red kind of person. He's more like a neutral kind of person. Well, both light and dark. And when you order the Champion sound kit, it also comes with a recharge port and a kill key. The kill key is I believe this is a Saberforge customized kill key, and I believe this is 3D printed. And over here I'm using a deep red LED. It's photon red, photon red, photon red. It has these kind of fancy flash on clash. It has flicker capabilities, and it uses crimson, which allows me to use the blade lockup as a lightning, force lightning. And I like that because the force lightning feels like it's more of what a Sith would use, and plus Revan uses the force lightning in the game. So it's kind of obvious that, hey, crimson is perfect for it. Viridian soundboards are very nice too. I love their sound, but it's only blasted block. Now I wish that there was some kind of Viridian sound with the crimson force lightning. This one feels a little bit more dark, very heavy, very beefy. So let's take it out. So like I said, when you first get this whole package saber, you want to make sure the electronics work, and as well as see if there's any defects on the health. So there you go. And there you go. Maybe switch is on. Just tap it. Now, like every video that you saw on YouTube, that they say it's magenta, on the camera it does pick up that way, but in the naked eye, it's actually red. Now you can see it with your own eyes that it looks red. And the camera it picks up differently. There you go. Flash sensor works. You can always adjust the sensitivity later. And once everything works, you are good to go. This thing vibrates a lot. Hold it. Oh, and let me show you the lightning too. You just have to press it once. Wonderful lightning noise. Now this force lightning, the sound that it creates from the soundboard, it not only sounds like it's force lightning, but it also feels like it's a clash. It's like it's holding, like if you're clashing. So if you really think about it, this sound alone feels like it's force lightning and clash between two sabers, while the Viridian soundboard has the blaster block, and that's all it does, is blaster block. And you assume that either the lightsaber shoots gun rays or it would deflect bullets. It's either one or the other. But I prefer this crimson because of the force lightning feature. And plus it's perfect for Revan. So to put this all away, we're going to use the Saberforge provided kill key, and you just stick that on to conserve battery. Now this setup comes with a charger. I'm not going to bring that out, but the charger works with this kit. So I'm going to put this away. Now let me tell you more about this hilt. Now the reason why I chose this ASP hilt, other than what's already provided, which is a Saberforge Fallen, was because you can take this apart into segments. You can take this pommel off, you can twist this off, you can twist this off. Whichever. You can see, you could just twist that. You can twist this. See? None of these are thread locked, and you don't want to thread lock this. And it comes with a CoverTech wheel. Now this, not just this being different sections that you have access to, but there's also a future possibility that perhaps Saberforge would create a crystal chamber for this particular chassis. So with the ability to be able to take this apart and put in a crystal chamber is a very awesome feature for this Revan helmet. And this one, I bought this separately, which is the blade one. And this is a 3-inch blade one that goes with the hilt. There is some kind of defect in one of these, but I'm letting Saberforge know. But anyways, this is done by the replacement, and I want to give a big shout out to the smith that worked on it. It's this person, quality control number 1. Whoever this person is that did my hilt, thank you. You've done an awesome job. You've taken care of all the problems. You remove the things and clean the bird areas in the middle. The paperwork is there. They read it, and they're very helpful. I understand that people said they have a bad experience with customer service, but let me tell you that Melissa, India, those 2 people did a fantastic job. I don't mind having to wait over a month for this hilt. The waiting is worth it. It's the amount of people, that they have to go through on a daily basis with thousands of emails to go through, and just be patient. If you have a problem, these fantastic customer service, Melissa, specifically Melissa, thank you very much for making my first time customer, my first experience, a very, very positive one. This is going to be for my Revan cosplay. And I want to make sure that with this brushed aluminum look I want to make sure to apply Plasti Dip clear coat. The reason being is that if I take these gloves off, right, and the skin rubs against the grain of the brushed aluminum, you notice that the brushed aluminum is going across this way. Every single one of them is going this way. So when you're trying to clean this hilt, you want to make sure you clean it across where the grain is coming to, instead of coming off this way, because that way you get like scratches, and you'll definitely see that. With the skin, if you take this off and you do it for playing, and twirl it around, and you didn't really do any heavy dueling, your skin is gonna scratch a little tiny scratch marks, hairline scratches, across the brushed aluminum finish. So you want to make sure you want to protect it first before you do anything. Now for the emitter, this part I can do anything with it. Like I want to use a Plasti Dip brass or copper. So let's say, for instance, Revan has a copper look, and I would just spray it with Plasti Dip, and there you go. And then if it's not copper, and I want to go for, let's say I want to go a different color, I want to go for brass, I'll just tear out the copper, put it in the brass, and it'll be brass. So this allows you to get flexibility. As you can see inside the hilt, it is fluted throughout. I put an O-ring in here because on my next video, it doesn't come with an O-ring, but on my next video I will show you why I did that. Now the difference between the Saberforge original hilt, Saberforge's Fallen hilt, you will notice that it would have a brass inside, and it probably has a section of brass here. This is not the case for this one, because this is solid throughout. From here to here, it's CNC lathe, CNC machine. This is all one piece. From here to here is one piece. So this is the reason why I like it so much. Having this in ASP line is the flexibility of accessing the two buttons, two holes. It also allows you for potential crystal chambers. It allows you to either connect it either here or here. I also love the two holes, whereas the other competitors might have, you know, a hole over here or one hole over there. Now, this, you know, with the plug and play kit, it is obvious that I would put like a main switch here and a recharge port here, but these two holes can also act as a main switch and auxiliary switch. In the back would be the recharge port, and that's an idea here. And this one allows me to put in it, maybe if I want to upgrade a different sound card, maybe a Spark 2, Igniter 2, Spark Color 2, the Nigons soundboards, the Plectro Lab soundboards, the Prisms, the Crystal Focus. They would use two switches. I'm sorry. They would use the two switches. It uses the main and the auxiliary. Oh, I need some water. But anyways, this is a fantastic piece. And I thought that maybe one day I would be like, hey, I would like to sell it or get rid of it one day. But after looking at this, close inspection, the level of work that they put into it, the proper alignment for this particular saber, the craftsmanship of this saber alone is the reason why I would not get rid of it, because of the work that they put into it and the amount of time that I had to wait for it. This is the one of a kind ASP. And you could get yours the same way as I do. So, anyways, this concludes my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, a big shout out to Melissa from Saberforge Custom Service. They have been phenomenal. They have been phenomenal, patient, very courteous. They answered my emails the best way humanly possible. Phil, thank you for having the store, you know, Saberforge. Without having Saberforge, I would not have been able to get this hunt for my Revan cosplay. And that's the truth. So thank you, Phil from Saberforge. Thank you, Melissa, for your patience and everything. I am very happy with my first purchase. I hope anybody who purchases from Saberforge would have the same experience as I have. Because again, I am not endorsed by them. I'm just a customer, like anybody who wants to purchase their first lightsaber. This is my first ASP Fallen from Saberforge. And let me tell you, it has been a positive experience for me. Thank you for watching. This is Packard signing off. Peace.